My name is Michael Dana. In 2008, I was diagnosed with a rare brain cancer, and after 6 years, I was cancer-free. But the ordeal left me changed, with a different outlook on life and a new sense of priorities. While still recovering, I earned a degree in economics from UNC Chapel Hill. My studies taught me to analyze data and open my mind to see things differently. I also started formal training in the martial arts to better defend myself and use it as a means of extreme physical therapy. Since then, I've obtained black belts in 3 martial arts. I own and run a martial arts school and have logged over 51 teaching hours. To my friends and family, I'm a simple business owner. But to the martial arts world, I'm something else. I am Sifu Mike, and this is Dragon Theory. Hey guys, how's it going? So in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about sparring, okay, and how it is used in different martial arts schools as far as teaching is concerned, how it's an amazing business tool. So make sure to stick around and watch the entire video so you know about the ins and outs and workings of sparring and how to correctly apply it to your school and how it is used in business and stuff like that. So first I'm going to talk about what is sparring, and then I'm going to talk about the nature of sparring, and then I'm going to talk about how to use it in a business sense. So make sure, like I said, watch the entire thing. Now a lot of this, going on to the next part and talking about how complicated sparring actually is. A lot of people don't know all of the techniques that actually go into what you would have in this situation, right? So we're actually I'm going to focus on boxing, and at the end of this, or somewhere in this video, I'm going to throw up a graphic and kind of give you a visual representation of what I'm talking about. Now, starting off, I'm an economist, so I think of it in terms of like an equation, right? And so I'm looking at like the situation of boxing sparring as an equation. Right, so the graphic that I put up is going to be of an equation to kind of highlight just how absolutely absurdly complicated just boxing sparring is. And really, boxing sparring is like probably the most simple of the sparring situations that you could possibly be in. There's probably a correlation between that and the fact that it's one of the more popular sports or combat sports as far as the world is concerned. Right, so boxing sparring. All right, I'm going to break it down for you. So we talk about our offense first. We got some punches. All right, your straight punches, your hooks, your uppercuts. Okay, 3, but technically 4 for using terminology of jab, cross kind of deal. So like you have 4 punches. There's really 3 ways of doing those 4 punches. All right, so you're going to have your punches, and you have your 3 ways of doing them. And then you have what your feet are doing, all right? So you have your stance, and then you have your movement, okay? So that's another variable in the equation. So we got 2 things. And then we have your, I got a cheat sheet I'm looking at. You have your defense, right? So the punching is your offense. Your defense is going to be stuff like head movement, okay? It's going to be stuff like clinch work, okay? There's a whole lot of clinch work that you can do within the boxing situation, right? So that's another 2 things, okay? We combine all those 2, and then we multiply that to a factor of cardio, right? Cardio and your strength and your conditioning, because all of the technique in the world isn't going to help you if you're too tired to use it, right? So it is vitally important, and the more of that you have, the better you're going to be at the other things, all right? The stronger you are, the better you're going to be able to punch, right? Because you have more mass, and you're delivering force, and force is a factor, or mass is a factor of force. Gotta get my physics right. I'm an economist, so I'm doing my best, man. Just good on the philosophy and drawing correlations and analyzing stuff. Okay, trying to break it down, make it simple for you. But we got your punches, we got your footwork, we got your defense. That's, like I said, I was going to put that into 2 things. So that's a whole nother deal, right? And then all of that is multiplied by like your cardio, right? then it doesn't stop there, okay? Now we've got your strategy. Okay, strategy can be a lot of things. I'm just lumping a bunch of variables into what is your strategy, because you can have different rule sets, different time limits per round, different number of rounds. You can have a different size matchup as far as the body type that you're going against. Are they bigger than you? Are they taller than you? That kind of deal. You have the knowledge aspect of, like, do they know more? Do you have a bigger record than you or whatever like that? So there's all those kind of variables within that. We're just going to put that all in one, because that by itself is another complex thing. Alright, so we put all these things together in one big equation, and that equals your boxing sparring. Alright, we're also going to put in other variables like the type of gloves you're wearing, or whether or not you're wearing headgear or foot gear or whatever, or even location. We're just going to put all of that in the strategy category, because that again can affect what you are doing. So again, complicated, right? That's just boxing, right? If we add in kicking, like kickboxing, then you have like 10 different kicks, multiple ways of doing those, different levels. You can do head kicks, medium kicks to the body. You can also do kicks to the legs, right? So you have lots of different kicks, and you have a different way of standing for that. You have a different type of movement for that. And you have multipliers like spinning and then jumping and spinning, right? You can snap, you can thrust, so there's a lot more variables to that. And then you have like, well, maybe it's they allow takedowns. Okay, well, in takedowns you can have stuff that attacks from the waist up to take a person down. That's commonly in judo, right? If you have stuff that takes a person down from the waist down, right? You see those techniques in like judo, not judo, I already said judo. Wrestling, get my words right, a lot of words. Alright, so you have those two different martial arts that are all dedicated to the same thing of taking a person to the ground, right? So you have different techniques within that, right? And by the way, all of this is still multiplied by your cardio, right? Again, all the technique in the world isn't going to matter if you're too tired to use it, alright? So we have that. We have the ground game aspect, which is what you commonly see in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So we have a whole another martial art just for that one little aspect, right? And then, it doesn't even stop there. You have weapons. You can put that variable in the mix. You can put the variable of, like, are they wearing a gi? Okay, same thing though. It's like, our body type, location, rule set. I mean, it is incredibly complex, right? If you don't have a decent understanding of what you're doing, you probably shouldn't be doing it, or you run the risk of getting lots of trauma of some sort, either getting punched or having your arm broken, or wrist, or whatever like that. It's just, you're doing yourself a disservice, right? You deserve so much better. And I'm literally speaking from experience, because I came from a school where we did a lot of sparring, and it was fun. Okay, if you go to thedragonmethod.com, I tell you how you use it right? I've got whole videos just all about how to teach and what to do, how to best make it most effective for the person that you're teaching, right? Because that's my goal. I want you to be the best you possible. Alright, so you go to thedragonmethod.com and check out my videos there. You can also like, subscribe, follow, and all this stuff here on my YouTube channel, tkfmma. You can find me on the Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and I got a lot of stuff. tkfmma, The Dragon Method. Alright, that's everywhere, man. Even my website, my other website is tkfmma.com. Okay, lots of stuff. tkfmma, thedragonmethod.com. Keeping it all real, man. This is a long one. I've split it up into a couple of different videos for you, so easily digestible kind of splitting of stuff. Hope you learned something, and definitely check back here next week. So I'm always doing these things, okay? Alright, take it easy.